Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Tina from Tinaheals.com, and we are discussing the sun signs in detail. And this is the first video. This is about sun in Aries and exalted sun. So the sun actually has been hibernating. And recently, scientists discovered that the sun ejected a massive solar flare, the kind of which the sun hadn't ejected for quite a while, 3.5 odd years. So, in a sense, the sun is waking up, and this is Vice.com report, June the 1st. So, we see that the sun cycles are 11 years. So, we have this beautiful 11-year cycles when the sun sleeps and wakes up, sleeps and wakes up. And it is calculated by solar flares, ejections, coronal ejections, and also the study of sunspots. So the scientists have said that the sun is becoming aggressive, the sun is waking up, and the sun is sort of active. Okay, active. So this is very interesting because 2020 has been named as one of the most dangerous years, and having an aggressive sun could add to a human woes. So I wanted to make the sun sign videos to help you understand your sun sign in detail and to connect with the sun and to pay obeisance or offerings of psychic energy to the sun, so that the sun blesses us, because the sun is the number vibration 1. It is the very essence of the sun that keeps us alive. Not just the sun that we see that is manifest. That sun is the symbol of the most magnanimous, invisible sun, the spiritual essence of the sun. So let us understand that the sun sign in detail. You have an exalted sun. What do I mean by that? I mean that sun in Aries is strong, is a warrior, will not back down. Okay. Uh, Also interestingly, we are going to have the sun align with Sirius, which becomes exact from about 3rd of July. And the Sirius and sun alignment opens the most gorgeous energies, because Sirius is the sort of spiritual hub of humanity. According to Alice Bailey and the others, it is from Cancer, the sign that all of these souls in this round, monadic round, all the souls doing their rounds are incarnating from Cancer. So you have this really powerful sun, Sirius alignment coming up, and we've of course got the sun that is waking up. So let us understand the sun sign. It is Let us understand some of the significations of the sun. So the sun and the moon are the two planetary bodies known as lights in ancient Hellenistic astrology. Okay, and if you really look at some of the specifications assigned to the sun by Valens, who was a classical astrologer, and he comes up with some really interesting points that we can bring forth. So the sun is the all-seeing sun. It is divine intelligence, something that we do not associate with the sun anymore. Intelligence, we say Mercury is the intelligence, but sun is that supreme, raw, primal intelligence. Okay, it is nature's fire. Without the sun, nothing is sustained. No life on the solar system can be sustained without the sun. Okay, it is also our intellectual light. Okay, it is the organs of mental perception. Again, the sun, placement of the sun is how you perceive something. So having a sun in Aries, you are maybe not very perceptive, because Aries is not known for perception, but you are a warrior of sorts. Okay, the sun gives you spiritual fire. Remember, wherever there's fire, you got to feed the fire. So here you are, and the sun also indicates kingship. So having an exalted sun could mean that you come from a very exalted lineage. Okay, and rule, intellect, intelligence, beauty, So having I will describe to you what a sun in Aries individual looks like, but it also is a signification of beauty, how we look. Okay, it's sun sign, although ascendant really, or the rising sign tells you what you look like, but the sun definitely adds to the whole equation. The sun is a huge addition to your personality. That is why in Arabic astrology, the lot was designed to sort of set relationship between the sun, moon, and rising. So it is motion, loftiness of fortune. Exalted sun could mean you're fortunate. That sun in Aries, right? Ordinance of the gods. So in some way you're being blessed by having sun in Aries. You have a blessing from maybe Mars, because Aries rules Mars. So public reputation, action. Okay, yes, your sun sign is very much how you will be perceived in public. Okay, and interestingly, the ascendant is how you are perceived, and the sun sign is how you want to be perceived. So there's this, obviously, this mixture playing out with your rising, but the sun sign definitely speaks of how people will judge you. Okay, your authority, the sort of action, and having a Mars driven sun means you're very action oriented. Sun in Aries, sun is also how you rule over, and Aries is definitely a very bossy sort of ruling energy. Okay, now in the parts of the faces, okay, in the parts of the body, the sun rules the heart. We know that the heart chakra is green. In the chakra system, it's green. Okay, the solar plexus are of course golden, green, golden. So the sun also rules the right eye, and the moon the left eye. So, I mean, I have a sun in the 12th in rulership, but I have always had migraine problems and massive pain, cluster headache in the right eye. So, that's interesting. And the heart, and the heart is also how we receive things spiritually. So remember that the sun is very, very much the spiritual vibration we bring to us. Okay. Um, and also rules the nerves. Of course, the sun rules Saturday, gold, and the sun rules Sunday. Sorry, not Saturday. Saturn is Saturday. So now Aries is cardinal. Okay, so that means there's a lot of changeability, a lot of flux, a lot of movement with an Aries sun. It's never stagnant. It is very outgoing. Okay, it is very outgoing. It is not an introverted placement of the sun. It is a very outgoing placement. It is where the sun is not only in dignity but is exalted. Okay, and especially if you're looking at the second decan of Aries, your sun rules by decan, okay, by triplicity. So this is masculine. So this is very active, and this is fiery, very active energy. Aries sun, definitely. It's a northern sign. It's a commanding sign. Okay, first 6 signs are commanding signs. So it's a very it's a placement where you want to command attention, command things. Okay, and demand also. Uh, it is, of course, part of the fire triplicity ruled by Mars, like I told you. It is Mars rules the head. So again, head related problems, having the sun in Aries, even though it's an exalted sun. Exalted planets can bring you problems. Okay, the symbol of Aries is the ram, of course, the horn of the ram. And if you really look at one, if I have to give you one word for sun in Aries, it's going to be headstrong. Very headstrong, quick moving, swift people. Okay, it's a dry sign, it's vernal, so it's a very a dry sense of humor with the sun in Aries. Okay, if you have a sense of humor, you definitely do, but if people are not so receptive, it's because it's very dry. Your sun is very dry. Aries is exceedingly dry. Okay, Mars is also exceedingly dry, all these planets. Okay, so dryness, moisturizing, oiling yourself is very important. It is an Eastern sign. It is choleric, so it gives you all kinds of, it's cholera, so virus, because Mars rules with virus. And it is equinoctial, that means it begins on vernal equinox. So again, there's a beginning energy with Sun in Aries. Always remember that it is the beginning of the zodiacal wheel when the Sun moves into tropical Aries. And we have spring. So it's very much the energy of springtime, very aggressive. Now, in my experience, I've seen that the individual is tall with Sun in Aries. Okay, tall individual, long face, strong. Okay, but very, uh, it's sort of like a very strong, very can have a ruthless look in the face because Mars and eyes, very deep penetrative eyes, can have a very ruthless face, thinnish chin, long face and neck. Okay, uh, just very not scorpionic eyes, but just very demanding eyes. Okay, thick shoulders, piercing eyes would probably be better. Yes, piercing eyes. Mars gives reddish hair, brown to reddish hair, and also brown to reddish complexion. Okay, and the native disposition is warm, courageous, but hasty, passionate, lusty. Okay, Aries is a very lusty energy because Mars is a libido. So having a sun in Aries, you're very lusty. Now the sun is how you will shine. So the keywords varies is I am. So having an exalted sun in Aries, remember to just sit in meditation. Relax your whole face because Aries sun, you can hold tension in the face, headaches and the like in a good jaw. Recently, I read that the jaw and the anus were connected when we were a fetus, So the jaw and the anus are actually one, so they separate, and one part becomes a jaw, one part becomes the anus. So if you're cringing all the time, you hold tension here, this tension there, and you're not eliminating correctly. And look, elimination is also a Martian process. So think of that. Think of how you can release tension here. Think of how you can moisturize yourself, oil yourself, and be hydrated. This is a lot of fire. So always be hydrated. Thank you very much. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and please hop over to my website and book a reading or check out my merchandise or give me a donation. Thank you.